it's father time. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, down in the bottom corner, it's a picture of me standing outside of American Airlines 777 just prior to my last flight. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'll be great. We're about 1,100 subscribers on our way to 100,000. Whenever. I thought I'd give you from when I was trying to learn this stuff. I didn't find many videos that would take me from the beginning to the end. So we're going to do that. We're going to set this up and fly New York to JFK. First thing I'm going to do is go to Simbrief. If you don't have an account, go over there and establish one. Simbrief. Dispatch system. And Navigraph is ready. Create a new flight. And I'm going to go American Airlines 123 up to Boston, depart JFK, arrive Boston, aircraft type 787-10, which got a gigantic update, and now has a EFB, which right now just does performance data, and has capability of linking to SimLink, which we'll go over that, Simbrief. Pretty cool. I'm going to use pounds, this, that. Okay, looks good. We're going to generate a flight. That's our routing. We'll take a look at it when we get going. We're going to upload it anyway. It's just Merit and the Roebuck 3 on in. It's available. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to Simbrief Downloader. Nothing. It's on the 78-10 and the Kuro 78-8, which is basically a modification of the 10. So we got our Simbrief flight going on, right? Come in here. And what I want to do is write down a couple of things. I want to write down what is our fuel. Our fuel that I'm going for is down here. Zero fuel weight will pop up, but fuel is 25.2. Cargo payload is 80,000 pounds. 80,700. It's the reason I'm doing this. Zero fuel weight is 382.0 with the takeoff weight of 406. And let me see. So fuel 25.2, payload 80.7, takeoff weight 406, zero fuel weight 382. Cost index is 51, and airtime's 36 minutes. Looking good. It's just going to go to Merit, Roebuck, arrival into Boston. Take it off on 4 left at Kennedy, 4 left at Boston. All right, so we got that stuff there. In here, go to world map. I'm going to go liveries. I was just flying with Benchy over, going from Singapore to Bangkok. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. It was a very, very long flight indeed. So under this one, the American Airlines logos. Define the American Airlines ones. And you know what? Why don't we just fly into default Boeing? Hooey, right? Let's go weight and balance. Fuel. I said it was 34.1. Center is going to be empty because the mains are full. And I'm going to try to get my fuel 34.1. Fuel, it's like maybe 43%, 35, about 47, 45, 34.1, go 46. This one loads the box, 34.1, that's good. Payload, and the payload was 80.7. That's a big payload. Right now our payload is 34. So let's put some piggies in first and business, such as myself. Economy, we'll piggy them up too. Don't say piggy, Dad. It's piggy and payload, and we'll have forwards baggage. We'll put a lot of cargo in there. 20, and we're up to payload of this, and 80. 50,000 payload, this one, and a little more here, business class, put some piggies in there. Make this reflect my actual weight. I'll be going with a co-pilot equally as fat. And we are up to a payload of 86. And I said our payload needed to be 80.7. So we'll take out 4,000 pounds here. I just do it to get in the ballpark. 80.6, and we can take the forwards baggage down 5,000 to 39,000. So what does that give us? It gives us payload 86.5, 80.7. Payload 75. I needed to bring this up to 26. And 80.5, 80.7. Good. So we should have a takeoff. I play with these so the box loads up correctly. And I play with these. It should be 382 and 406. So our takeoff weight is 413, and zero fuel weight be 382. Empty weight is this. That's not zero fuel, right? Zero fuel weight is the fuel plus the empty weight plus the fuel plus this. So that's 110, 308. Yeah, it's getting up there close fuel. So close enough. I get it in the ballpark. All right, now I'm going to go JFK, and I'm going to park us at a wide body gate over here, gate 47. And we're going to go to Boston. Okay, boss. Okay, boss. Guys, subscribe. It's down that corner down there. Me just prior to my retirement flight. And we'll just do fly and get in here. So Benchy and I tried to go from Singapore to Bangkok at 4 o'clock this morning, 4:30 a.m. And Benchy ended up, we taxied out. I got stuck in reverse. We ended up figuring it out. I am paying Benchy, as far as I can tell, about $1 an hour. So the I don't know what the child labor laws are in Denmark, but $1 an hour. I'm not paying him anything, but you know, so he's getting $0 an hour. So don't tell on me. It's awful. But he's the best, and he got me up and flying again. Here we are. We are at Kennedy going to Boston. What do you want to do with the weather? Want to make it stinky? Yeah, let's give the weather. It's a nice day. Let's not do that. So let's come up here. GSX. Request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And we'll put the weather. And how about if we go, not live weather. Let's go, what do you think? Overcast, rain, stormy? Yeah, let's make it stormy. No, that's scary. No, I'm too scared for that one. Let's go overcast. Oh man, that was frightening. That was frightening. I'm glad we got out of that. And we need the time of day. Make it nice and bright out there. And we do not need to be... That's about it. It's just dark because it is dark out there with the overcast skies. So we have kind of stinky weather gone over to New York. That's not very pretty though, is it? But that's okay. I digress. Benchy asked me to...
board crew?
Yeah. Both. Everybody. Bring them all on.
Pilot's boarding starting.
Yeah. Add a flight plan. Don't use a flight plan. And that's it. We'll just do this. And we got Volanta going so we can get some stuff going on. So I'm going to go to Navigraph now that I've done Simbrief. Get that up and booted. Go outside. See the jet bridge being brought out maybe. Yep, there it is. Nice. And here's Navigraph. That was my Singapore to Bangkok trip. Unload, import flight from Simbrief. And it's Boston JFK. And it even loads the approach charts that we need. Should have. The taxi, yeah, just gonna have a little fun in the 787-10 taxi on over the JFK-5 off runway 4, which is 100 heading. So we're not worried about that. We're not worried. Let's go in the cockpit. And that nonsense. Good. It's quiet. People coming on, and you don't have any power on here. So let's get the battery on. Let's get this going. We'll get the APU running. We do the fire test, right? We'll get the IRSs up and running. We're not going to do the fire test. I didn't go on, did it? But here, before we do anything else, let's go down and initialize the FMC's database. Is good. We're good to 4 October. Today is the 2nd October, so we don't have to update that. Position init. I like to put KJFK in here, just so I get a general reference of what the lat lawns are. And I'm going to drop the GPS in here, and I have it in rapid align.
Crew boarding starting.
Now, normally, we go right into the route. I'm going to go index, settings. You paying attention? Next page. Not wait and balance yet. Next page. Put either your Simbrief user ID in here or your username, and make sure it goes from non-active to active. That's the first thing. And you come in here and you go settings again, wait and balance, and you get it from your operating flight plan. There it is, Simbrief. 38.2, 406, looks good. 32, that looks great. Now we can go return route request. And that's how you get into Simbrief. What do you think of that? All right, so we come in the cockpit, cold dock airplane. Bob's flying with us today, 2-man crew. Bob's real quiet, you guys know that. Happy with the FB set, that's the FC. Come in here, we check everything's aligned. The fuel control switches are off, throttle's back, the speed brake levers are down, thrust reversers are idle, or they're down rather. The leaving out wipers are off, and then we were powered on because we don't usually do a stream. Batteries on, external power's on. We'd start the do the fire test, start the APU, align the RUs. Now we come up here and we do the overhead. Now let's go to the upper overhead. Flight control panels are all normal. IRSs are aligning. External panel's good. We're on external power. Flight director doors going to go boom, boom, boom. 4 columns, right? Window heats all on. Engine hydraulics are all off. Passenger signs are off. Master bright. Turn that all up. And we're going to turn on the nav lights. That's the only light that should be on. Anti-ice should be in auto. Top of this column. Jumped ahead of myself. Fire tests are all done. Fuel pumps. This is on because the APU is running.
Your crew has boarded.
All right.
Passengers boarding starting.
Want to go see the passengers? Pack's on, guys. Recirc fans are on. Let's go see the passengers. Maybe I'll even say low. Probably coming down the jet bridge. Where are you guys? Folks? There you are. Anybody else out there? Here they come. Hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. I like your flannel shirt. Yep, you don't comment on women's clothing, guys. Well, good way to get yourself fired. I wish I could grow a beard like that. Yep. Yep. Hi, kids. Those are our peeps, guys, on our way to Boston. Woo! Enough of that. There they all are. Stepping off into oblivion. Very cool, huh? Very cool. All right, let's go back inside. Enough of that nonsense. So the overhead is done. People are coming on board. We had time to do all that. We're not worried. Now we come across, we do the flight guidance panel, the remote control panel. Altimeters, we'll get those in just a second. Flight directors are on. Auto throttles we turn on. And the flight directors are on. This is going to be 5,000 feet. And the heading is going to be, I think it's initial heading of 100. Long way around. 56 of 351 passengers have boarded. 59. Yeah, I've got it on kind of rapid boarding. You notice they were all bunched up there, GSX. Hey, I'm not a flashy performer here. What I am is an instructor. I can actually instruct on the 7-8. I never flew it, but I did fly I stayed at Holiday Inn Express. But I do have a couple of thousand hours, current hours, on the 777. The last airplane I flew before retirement. 100 heading. It's going to probably be down around 150 something, 160. Get that started. All right, so that's being done. Come down here. Now we'll go across the top. We'll go. We got it down. Let's update the rest of the box. All right, so we got an initializing load request. We did it, and it's loaded up. It's going to load everything but the SID, right? There's merit. So we got to do the SID, which is the JFK-5, runway 4 left, which is 100 heading at 1.5 DME. And we're going to do the arrival. Roebuck 3, ILS 4 right at Boston. I'll do the Gashi transition and execute it. All right, now let's go back into index. Init. See what I did there? I just double clicked on 0 fuel weight and it filled in. Reserves, you can't do that. So I'm going to put in 8.0. See everyone's boarding. About a half full. My goal is to have them all this done before they come on. 27's a good one. Cross index I said was 51. And thrust limit. Let's go to electronic flight bag. So this is a new electronic flight bag from the last update. Go initialize flight. Performance. Start filling in this stuff. Runway condition. We'll say it's dry out there. Winds. Let me go on to Navigraph. Yeah, no one really showed me how to do a lot of this stuff when I was going through. So most of the guys, most everything I learned was from that's JFK Information India, from my viewers. And with that in mind, guys, altimeter is 3020. And ILS 3020, ILS 4 right. Okay, let's make sure. Runway 4 right. And winds are 03030 at 8. And the temperature is 21. So 030 at 8. 030 at 8. Temperature is 21 Celsius. Looks good. That's our numbers that are uploaded directly from Simbrief. Thrust rating, I'll let it go optimum. Flap configuration, I'll let it go optimum. It can tell us AC, we'll let it go auto. Climb, we don't have to do that. CG, we'll put in 31 there for now. We'll see what it ends up being. Calculate. There it is. So it's a TO2, flex temp of 41, flaps 5. 800-foot engine out. It says 1500 engine out. We'll do 800. So TO2 dry, flex temp of 41. So TO2, so we go to thrust limit. TO2 drive, right? Flex temp of 41. If you take off at 2, climb at 2. Take off, it's flaps 5, we said. I love this stuff. 36 CG, just double click there. 1.75 on the trim. And what does the trim say? Right here. Get that set. Get up 1.75. That is a very forward CG. That's because of the way I loaded it. I just put it in the middle of the green band for that one. Now let's go up to here, 156. So mode control panel here. 3020 is the altimeter. See if that'll work. Nope. So we got to go baro set. You know what? I'm going to use 2992, guys, because that checks with the field elevation here. That's because I don't have live weather on. So that's Toga, LNAV, VNAV, 100 heading, 1.5 DME. Sounds like we boarded already. Boarding completed. Prepare for pushback and departure. That'll get everyone away. Let's do that. All right, so come down here. We did gear handle down, RTO, mode control panel is set, throttle quadrant, set, throttles are idle, spoiler levers down, and the thrust reverser down, fuel control switch cut off, stab trim cutoff switch is cut off, brakes are on. This is the alternate flap switch is in off. And we go to the radio panel.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
We'll give him a second here. All right, here we got to set up 121.9. My goal was to be ready prior to them, but that didn't happen. I did it. So send that over there. 19.1 is Kennedy Tower. Put that on the other side.
Departure checks completed.
I wonder if I can do
inserted.
this side, guys. 129.9. On the 800, you weren't able to, from Kuro, you weren't, I'm going to put 121.5 for Garden here. You weren't able to use 2 radios at once. Let me see if this one can. No, it can't. So you can only monitor one at a time. That's okay. So 21.9, 19.1, that's ramp for pushback, that's ground.
Gear.
And they're raising the nose gear. People are seated. Let's go to transponder. And transponder's right here. And we'll say the transponder code is 3245. Looks good. TARA. That looks good. I'm not going to push back just yet because that completes that checklist, except that we would also have to come down here and do our oxygen check. iPads are good. I put the approach charts on here. Isn't that cool? Takeoff data. That's how you do Simbrief. I did a whole video on that. It's only 20 minutes long. I go through the whole process twice if you want to see that again. I'm pretty psyched about that. Takeoff, LNAV, VNAV. So I'm going to ask this fella over here, Bobby boy, to do the checklist. Passenger signs. Oh, that's why you do a checklist, because I didn't do it. Passenger signs are on. What else you got for me, Bobby boy? Don't call me Bobby boy. Passenger signs are on. MCP. Let's look at MCP. All right, so we got 156 is V2. Auto throttles are up on both sides. 156 V2. LNAV, VNAV. 100 on the heading, 1.5 DME. Climbing to 5,000. And Toga, LNAV, VNAV. So that looks good. MCP is checked. Takeoff speeds. So what we did is we put in 143, 147, 156. And if you go to page 2, engine out acceleration, I'm going to put at 800 feet. So we can clean it up in VNAV that way if we lose an engine. Accel, thrust reduction, that's all fine. Don't need to fill that up. CDU pre-flight's complete. Of course, we would have gone through init ref, check the database together, make sure we had the right engines. Database was current, otherwise we could switch them around. That's pretty cool that you can do that. We'd make sure our line, we'd walk through the route, reading it against the flight plan, right? And you know what I didn't do? I didn't do that. I know what I didn't do. Let's go Roebuck 3, and I should have done merit transition. That's why you check it. Roebuck 3, merit transition. And that just skipped around into that, guys. So you do Roebuck 3. Roebuck 3. It's got a mind of its own. Merit transition. ILS 4 right. How's that? How's that? Good. So we go through route. Next page. Check that. Then we go through legs. We go to plan mode up here on the flight guidance panel. Go to plan mode. And that way we can step through one point at a time. We go all the way through. Looks like everything's put away. And we have to put the winds in. And those are good. And we've got to load the winds. How do I know? Because they did this handy dandy wind request. It also saying that our cruise altitude is not right. It ain't right, Pa. Climb forecast, you can enter that. It's good. And then go to VNAV. Third page. Forecast. Enter the transition altitude, which in this case is 18. And load our descent winds. Go to our route. And now the winds are in there. Unable cruise altitude, let's go to VNAV. We'll go up at, why don't we just go up at 21, guys. It should be happy with that. 21. We'll see if that works. I'm going to go 19. I know we can do that. We can definitely do that in this beast. Okay, so once again, route. Next page. Route. Next page. Then we go through the legs. Walk all the way through. We go distance. It says 177. We know our flight plan said 178. That's pretty good. It's really close. Not bad at all on that one. And then we'd go to NavRad. And we make sure this was not in manual. Trim is good. Item override. Taxi takeoff brief. Okay, Bobby boy, this will be my takeoff for the taxi out. We're going to runway 4. We're going to push back. Probably head out Tango Alpha. We go here. Bring this over. Push back. We'll go Tango Alpha. Left on Bravo. Short of Kilo. Then we'll go right on Kilo for 4 left. My takeoff, anything prior to 80 knots will execute the abort. Between the 80 and V1. Engine failure, fire, overheat, compressor stall. So if we think the engine's failed or about to fail, we'll abort. Otherwise, we're in the go mode. And we'll plan on, if it's an engine out after V1, we'll clean it up in the VNAV condition and get it clean at 800 feet. Is our start of our VNAV. Look at that, guys. Pretty cool, huh? On the gate and everything. Not bad. And 3,000 feet's a good min sector. We can go back into the other runway. There's no need to dump. If for some reason we need to dump, it's right up here. You push these, arm it, push these nozzles, and it'll dump down to max landing weight. All right, any questions? And Bobby Boy says, no. That's done. All right, so they've already cleared us to push. We'll call ramp. American 123 Heavy. That gave 43 to push back. American 143 Heavy, you're cleared to push. Nose to the right. You'll go out Tango Alpha. Clear to push for Tango Alpha, American 143 Heavy. All right, and then nothing in the center. Beacons are on, and Bob checks the doors closed. The door thing, so he would go up here and check the doors. All closed, slides are armed. Stats, we got no refills. Everything looks good there. And I think we are ready to go. Ready to go. Hold on 1 second, fellas. And let me just go CDU. And Bob does nav display over here. All right. So how are we doing on the checklist? Beacons are on. Checklist is complete. All right. Let's go tell those fellas downstairs we are in fact ready to go. Boarding complete. Continue pushback. I don't know if they're raising the nose down here. What are you doing out there, guys? All right, good to push. Nose right.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, we'll do the overhead. We'll get the engine start, and then we'll watch the pushback. Go left, right. It's good. Left, right. We'll let them both start. Let's go outside. Let's take a look around, right? How cool is this? I know you guys like this. Not the smoothest. I mean, my frames per second are not great. It's a blustery day here in New York. Should we move into storms? Yeah, let's do some storms. Thought we'd get out of here before the storms, but we didn't. I'm a little bit scared. I'm not that scared though. Maybe a little bit. Monitoring the engine start. Looks like we got 2 normals. Bob, why don't you fly this one? So first thing I'd be thinking of, do we need engine eyes? No, it's 21 degrees. It says 15 here, but we know it's 21 outside. Anything below 10, we need it. We would definitely get new data for wet runway.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Yeah, we got a good engine start, that's for sure. PSX, double click. Confirm good engine
Cockpit
start.
to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Man, it is nasty. Should have stayed home. This is why I don't miss being retired. All right, let's go flaps 5, please. Don't miss flying, rather. That was a little frightening.
Unlocking gear.
Flaps coming to 5. They're taking their time, aren't they? Because they have to lower the nose down. Normally, we won't do any flight controls until they're disconnected.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
All right, I flashed the taxi lights at them. That means we're clear to go. And we'd say, okay, I have a salute. Let's check the flight controls. Best way to do it on the 7-8 is go to Flight controls. Systems. Flight controls. And go left. Full deflection. Go to the right. Usually the FO checks the tops. Captain checks the bottoms. I would make a PA back in the back. We call back in the back. And those are the elevators. Let's check the rudders. And we tell the flight attendants to remain seated for the takeoff. That's good. So anti-ice we don't need. Recall. Up on there. Glide shield. And we hit the recall button. Either one. Right here. Cancel recall. And we check it. Oh, emergency light. So we forgot to turn on the emergency light. Such is the nature of aviation. Such is the reason for our recalls complete. Flight controls are checked. Ground equipment's clear. APU. Shut that down. No need for engine ice. Flight attendants are advised. We got wet data for takeoff. And we're pretty much ready to go. Let me see something here. I think I'm gonna, yeah, we'll go LNAV V now. Looks good. Now we'll just go this, and we'll go runway heading. We'll go LNAV once we get airborne. It's 1.5 DME before we start our turn to 100. So we'll just take off with VNAV, no LNAV. And what did we say the information was? We said the information was information Juliet. And ramp American 123 Heavy at Tango Alpha is ready to taxi. American 123 Heavy, roger. Let me use minimum thrust, contact ground. Contact ground, American 123 Heavy. See ya. Kennedy ground, American 123 Heavy, information Juliet, taxi. American 123 Heavy, Kennedy ground, taxi to runway 4 left. Taxi 4 left, American 123 Heavy. All right, clear left, clear right. Let's go with the parking brakes off. Start taxiing. And we definitely are going to need wipers, right? Definitely. A little outside view here. 40% is about the max you'd want to push away from the gate with. Hope you're enjoying this. Don't forget to subscribe and like if you like. Leave comments and suggestions. Almost everything I've learned in my 8 months of flight simming total has been from you guys. Just, you guys are fantastic. All the little suggestions. I even applied a couple of them today. Someone told me to double click on zero fuel weight and CG, and that'll help us instead of looking it up. And it works on this new update. I watched the Microsoft videos on how to do the rest. Left on Bravo, short of kilo for the Simbrief. I hope that helped. I do have a video where I go through things twice, so that should help you. I am putting a little brake in here, guys, to turn us. Full throw on the nose wheel steering didn't seem to be working. There'll be adapter. All right, checklist. Roger, sir. Bobby Boy says, takeoff data and bugs. We are below our planned takeoff weight by 100 pounds, so our numbers are good. The weight's winds. Winds are a headwind. 010 at 5, so a slight headwind. Guys, if it was a tailwind, you lose about 3,000 knots per, 3,000 pounds per knot. So if you had 10 knots, it's 30,000. Max, I think, is 15 on this airplane. So you lose 45,000 off your takeoff weight. You have 15 knots of tailwind. So takeoff data, weights, winds, and temperatures. All right, we are a standard power takeoff, so we're well below our assumed temp of 47. Weights, winds, and temperatures checked. If you were doing a max power takeoff, you would have to, if you were even 1 degree over the temperature, you'd have to get new numbers. Waste winds temperature check. Takeoff data is above. That's checked. All right, MCP and radios. MCP, all right, we got 100 heading at 1.5 dB, 156 at D2, 5,000 is our altitude. Eventually climbing up to, what do we decide? 19 or 17, we'll check that out. And runway 4 left, and we check that against the nav display, make sure 4 left's in the box on the nav display, and we'd say check runway 4 left. Taxiing out in our storms. All right, so if you haven't flown with me before, I'm not the smoothest presenter. I got some tricks down for an old guy. I'm 65 years old. I retired, as I mentioned earlier, after 36 years with American Airlines. Flew it all out of here, Kennedy. Our community now is up around 1,100 or so. Our Discord, which will be in the link below, is around 140 or 50 people. Real nice community, non-toxic, very comfortable. No questions is a stupid question. No stupid question is a stupid question. I ask a lot of them. I like that. No stupid question is a stupid question. That's kind of funny. Guys have helped me so much in my journey here. I've got a lot of guys, anyone from my age or even a little bit older, to doctors, lawyers, Indian chiefs, and we've got a lot of aspiring pilots, guys that are in their teens, trying to learn to hope to fly. First priority, of course, is to do well in school. Used to be you needed a college degree to get on with the majors. Now you can get on through some of the flying programs. If you have any questions on that, go to Discord. A lot of the guys there are very, very helpful, very knowledgeable. A lot of the guys there are extremely knowledgeable about the computer, Microsoft Flight Simulator, questions that if you go on PMDG or TFDI websites, Microsoft website, sometimes it's not too helpful. Some of the guys right on our own Discord will get you through your problems. Kind of cool. We're taxiing out, only airplane on the planet. We'd get the weather radar up on here. Traffic. TCAS is displayed. And we're done. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. We got about 4 minutes before takeoff. You want to give them at least 2 minutes prior. I usually listen up on the PA and make sure they're done with their PAs before I ask. American, you can turn right on Kilo, clear the course 31 left, contact tower 19-1 on the other side. Right on Kilo, clear the course 31 left, contact tower 19-1 on the other side for American 123 heavy. Guys, I have my YouTube site. If you scroll down, you'll see I have my playlist. I have videos on the Phoenix A320, A310, Sky Simulations MD-11, soon to be TFDI MD-11. A lot on the 777 P3D. That was my main airplane. Some 767, 787. No, I didn't fly this. One airplane I didn't fly with American. I flew the 72 as an engineer, 73, 75, 76, 77, MD-11, MD-80, and Airbus 300S600, which is a 310. I had 21,000 hours. Air Force, I flew tankers and tweets. I didn't fly this, but Boeing wanted this to be a common type rating with the 777. It wasn't approved by the FAA, but had it been, it wouldn't have been a tough thing. Oh, look at this. Can we turn? Bottom rudder. Bottom rudder. Yeah, I was going a little fast there, and you don't get the throw that you get on the airplane, but no excuses. That's a little fast. 10 knots is the turn speed that you're really most effective at. You're over 10, you'll get nose wheel scrubbing. So yeah, the airplane would have turned faster, but in fairness, barely on the taxiway here. In fairness, I was going a little fast. All right, we clear left, we clear right. Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Anybody here NFL fans? I'm a New England Patriot fan. I guess we had our glory years, right? I'm also Air Force Academy fan. 5-0, baby. I think we might break the top 25, which for a service academy is great. I actually think we have a chance of going undefeated this year. Because, you know, Mountain West schedule isn't that tough. And Air Force is pretty good. Of course, you're always one injury away from a disastrous season. All right, I do one last gear flaps, trim, make sure that's all checked. I talk about the abort decision again. Hey, Bobby boy, anything prior to 80 knots, we get a problem, we'll execute the abort between 80 and V1 only if we get a red bell or yank. So in other words, an engine fire or failure or compressor stall. Otherwise, we're in the go mode. If it happens to be a gear problem, we get an overheat on the gear for a locked tire. Don't let me pull the gear up. Let's keep the gear down. We'll fly back around to 3,000 and land. No need to dump. There is weather, so we have the flight attendant seated. 3,000 is a good mid-sector engine out. We'll clean up in VNAV. And don't let me forget about the flight attendants, getting them back up when the time comes. Any questions? Got anything to add? No. In American Kennedy ground contact tower 19-1. Contact tower 19-1, American 123 heavy. And I'm going to get 135.9 set here, guys. I can stop the airplane, by the way. 135.9. Set that on this side for departure and guard. I'm going to go and put guard on the other side for departure. Usually monitor ramp all the way out. All right, any questions? Let's do it. Have we got all the lights on? Not yet. And American taxi position and hold. Line up and wait. Line up and wait, American 123 heavy. Line up and wait. Got all the lights on. There we go, that's better. Line up and wait. Finals clear. Yeah, I see the blue lights. Job security for the light replacement guy when Father Time flies in Microsoft Flight Simulator. American 123 Heavy, Kennedy Tower. You're clear for takeoff, runway 4 left. Clear for takeoff, 4 left, American 123 Heavy. All right, the chime. Here we go. Power's up to 50%. Lights are on. I don't think we need the wipers, guys. All right, they're stabilized at 50%. Center line, center line, center line. Toga. At 80, we're going to do a cross cockpit check. 80. Speed checks. A little forward pressure on the yoke in the simulator.
V1.
Rotate. Positive brake, gear up, please. American 123 Heavy, turn right heading 100. Right heading 100, American 123 Heavy. 100 heading select. Autopilot's on. Waiting for climb power here at 1,500 feet. There's climb power. And American 123 Heavy, contact departure 135.9. Departure 135.9 for American 123 Heavy. Kennedy departure, American 123 Heavies out of 3,000, out of 1,900 for 5,000. American 123 Heavy, Roger, Kennedy departure. Climb maintain 1,000. Climb maintain 1,000, American 123 Heavy. And flaps up, Bobby boy. One 1,000 is set. Airspeed is really rolling back. Why? Oh, I know why. It's not supposed to do that, guys. at the sim-ism right there. Now my flaps don't want to come up. Why not? My flaps are not coming up. So we'll just climb up at 1240. Let me go into settings, control. It has something to do with my Boeing yoke. Search by input. Toggle instrument view. No. No, that's definitely not it. Clear, validate. Okay, and how about if we do this? Escape. Let's search by name. Flaps. Flaps, increase flaps. Flaps axis. Set flaps continuously. Select an input. Oh no, let's try it. Should have been okay. Apply and save. Here we go. All right. Now we can go back to VNAV and American 123. You are clear direct to merit. American 123. Directly to merit. So how does that look? Good. Execute. Come up here and go LNAV. Big left-hand turn. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with the flaps there. All right, we're going to merit. Look for the arrival. We'll be on the arrival. Keep the heading over. I like to keep the heading bug slewed up. The airplane, it's a lot faster. In case they give you a heading. Weather radar's on. Yeah, keep everyone seated. Out of 10 for 11. American 123 Heavy, your climb maintain 190. Climb maintain flight level 190. American 123 Heavy. There we go. 190 is set. It says checklist incomplete, guys, but that's because I didn't kill the overhead. I didn't kill the APU. Thought I did. Yeah, I did. Bobby never threw the check. Bobby never threw the checklist. Motor brakes are off. Yeah, that was already on. Flaps are up. All right, looks good. A little better view here. It's the electric system, hydraulics, fuel. Nothing's in the center, so the center tank pumps are off. Air, pink is selected, and 24 is the white's the actual temperature. Doors, we talked about that. Oh, look at that. They were armed. I'm not sure why they went to manual. Gear pressures are good. I'm just checking all these to show you, in case you haven't looked at this thing. Kind of cool, right? Back to nav display. 16 for 18. 17 for 18. Or 19 rather. $18 for 19. How's that? Standard. Not gonna let me go standard over there. 18 for 19, leveling off. Let's go back to the box, and we'll see if we got 190 set there. Yep. Let's see if we can set up for the descent. 298, that's fine. All right, let's take a look at the level off checklist. Basically, I'll keep the flight attendant seated. Take a look out here. Kind of weather all the way to Boston. Let's look outside. They can get up for now. Get the seatbelt sign off for a little while. Make a PA that'll be back on in a minute. Let's go back in here and start doing the ATIS. It's got a short flight. You come back inside. You go to Prague. It says we're landing at 15:56, so about 25 minutes to go. It's not very long. Yeah, we're coming up on 15:30, so about 26 minutes. So let's start with the checklist. Navigraph, come to me, my friend. Come to me. All right, flights. Boston. Approach. Oh, star. Roebuck. And there it is. We're coming in over Merritt. Now would be a really good time to check this against our flight plan. Legs. Okay, so we got Merritt 1921. All right, so we can get rid of this right here, right? Delete this altitude restriction because we're not going to have to comply with it. So there's our legs. Back in here. All right, so we've got these we don't have to worry about. All wind at 17 or above. Banky at 16 or above. Roebuck between 19 and 12. And they want 260 knots. Pretty slow, huh? Then you got Providence, Provi, it's a fix, at 11,000 or above. You got Sophie. Nine, Ernie at 7. Roebuck, Pravi. Where are those points? Ernie, Goshi. ILS 4 right. Goshi. So, I don't like this. Jody, Sophie, Ernie. Jody, Sophie, Ernie. Must be a different transition. Hang on one second. Pravi, Jody. Oh, there it is, guys. Man, oh man. Jody, Sophie, Ernie, 7 to 8. Goshi at 6. And then it'll be, that is a straight-in final for the ILS. It's runway 4 right. ILS to 4 right at Boston. It's going to be 110.3035. So nav rad 110.3036 in here. That's fine. Going down to a DH of 218. That's important to set that. Probably the most challenging part of the flight is getting it. There's Merritt joining the arrival. If you hold this too long, it goes crazy, right? Like that. Seems they can only hold it about 3 seconds. You guys have a way to figure this out, so this is easier to, if it slews a little faster. That'd be great. 216 is set. We got Goshi at 6,000, Windy at 4, Nabo at 3, Milt at 17, and we're going down to 218. Of course, I had it wrong by 2 feet, right? So that's it. And in the event of missed approach, it's climb to 3,000 up 030. Let's check that against the box. Climb to 3,000 over waxing, so 3,000 goes to the box. After landing, let's take a look up here. Prague, 114 miles out, 19,000. We're in good shape. Make sure we're on VNAV path. We are. Top of descents. Where is it? Way up here. Top of descent. We have 5 minutes of top of descent. Yeah, we let the people go to the bathroom here for a minute. Call back the flight attendants. Tell them we'll turn it back on in about 10 minutes. About 5 minutes. Roger. Okay, so the box is set. Legs are set. Approach is brief except for after landing. After landing. We're landing on 4 right. We're going out here to gate 22. That's another question, guys. Any way to mark this up where you can draw on here? No? So 4 right, 10,000 feet. How much runway do we have for 4 right? Let's go to taxi. Minimums. 4 right on the glide slope. Threshold on the glide slope, 78.35. That's not much, really, is it? So let's go auto brakes 3. And we'll go. Wow. Don't even want to look. Don't even want to look. Too scary. And flaps 30. And landing roll, we have the landing distance. Standard landing assessment over 8,000 feet. And it's dry. No performance segregations. All right. That's that. Let's get the weather at Boston. Boston information. Bravo. Bravo. 3021 over there. On runway 4. Looking good. I think we've done everything right. Oh, what's that? You guys don't want to see that. Okay. Here we are. Top of descent. It's not far away. American 123 Heavy. Contact Boston 125.8. Boston 125.8. American 123 Heavy. 125.8. Boston American 123 Heavy at 190 on the Roebuck 3 arrival. American 123 Heavy, would you like direct to Goshi, sir? American 123, sir, we can take direct Goshi. American 123 Heavy, cleared present position deck Goshi, descend and maintain 6,000. Present position deck Goshi, descend and maintain 6,000. American 123 Heavy. Next page. Goshi, how does that look? Looks good. The way we check how it looks, actually, guys, is up here. All right? And once they say it looks good, we'll execute. We come back in here and LNAV. Execute, LNAV. And up here, he said descend and maintain 6,000. Which is the Goshi altitude. That was nice of them. And there's our top of descent right there. We're in path. And it looks like it's going to start down here in just a moment. You want a speed for American 123 Heavy? Yes, sir. For traffic, American 123 Heavy, maintain 260 knots. Maintain 260 knots, American 123 Heavy. All right, so if we're going to do that, we need to quit V now and put in 260. No. No. Erase. Right? That's not what you want to do, Captain Marvel. You want to do this. Execute. And there we go. American 123 Heavy is leaving flight level 190 for $6,000. American 123 Heavy, roger. All right, coming up out of 18, guys. Altimeter is 3021, but we're going to put in 2992. This doesn't work up here. Huh. Okay, 1013 is 2992. So that's interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Captain Father Time. We're just passing 18,000 hour approach into Boston. It's a little stormy for our arrival, so we are going to ask that the flight attendants prepare the cabin early for landing. Should be touching down in about 17 minutes. Temperature is 21 degrees Celsius, which is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are out of the northeast at 5 miles per hour. It's been our pleasure serving you. Hope to see you again in the near future. Although I won't, because I'm retired. So now I'm going to go to the overhead, turn on all the lights, which I never turned off, and they're ready to go. Turn on the storm light, guys. Puts everything to bright, but that doesn't work. All right. Call back, and I tell Priscilla and company to please prepare the cabin early. It's going to be a little bumpy on the arrival. I made the PA. She says, roger. And American, for traffic, please maintain 250 knots. For traffic, 250 knots for American 123. Heavy. American 123, right? It's not heavy. Take a look around outside. What a beautiful airplane, huh? All right, after landing, we talked about it, but we can get off probably at, might get off on the runway, maybe Yankee, but or Romeo. Hold short of the inbound, which is 4 left, 22 right. Left on November, and then we got to come all the way around to gate 22, which is over here. Parking gates. Gate 22, right on the end. Hopefully no one's there. November, probably Alpha. November Alpha, gate 22. Let's go back inside. Too scary in here. Maintaining the path nicely. Tell Bob to run the checklist. All right, recall. No items there. Auto brakes are 3. Landing data is standard. We talked about approach brief is complete. approach checklist. Altimeters are set. 3021. Check. All right, that's it. How long to landing here? Well, the present time is 15:23. 15:23, and we're landing at. That's wrong. 49 miles. We're going to land in about probably 12 minutes. All right. Looking on this radar here. A little bumpy here. Flight attendants are seated, passengers are seated. A lot of times you want to give. I'm just going to get this heading ready. I should have it. Slewed up in case they vectors. American 123, clear direct Goshi, and once arrived in Goshi, you're cleared the ILS to 4 right. Upon reaching Goshi, cleared the ILS 4 right, American 123 heavy. All right, what altitude do we want to put in here? If we're cleared the ILS, guys, technically, we can keep it an LNAV, VNAV, and put in 218. Let's do that. Put in 300, and it should stay on the path all the way down. What's the path going to be? Right here. Goshi at 6, Winnie above 4, Nabo above 3, Milton 1700, going down to 4. So basically, it's almost like an RNAV approach. And coming up out of 10. We turn the seatbelt sign is on. We chime them out of 10. Flight attendants prepare for landing, please. Of course, they already are. It's good. Outside. I'll do a little drone work. Oh, that's not good. Descending an LNAV, VNAV. Yeah, it's going to be bumpy going in there. American 123 Heavy, Boston. Contact Boston approach on 11985. 1985, American 123 Heavy, thanks for your help. All right, guys, my mouse fell off, which never happens in the airplane. My mouse fell off. All right, so the pleasures of simhood. There's your immersion. Completely gone. Now, I'm not the best at immersion. Some of these guys, I watch their videos. Man, they're good. I do have a lot of hours, though. 1985 and Boston Tower is 1901. What is Boston Tower? It is eastbound 3225. 132.225. That didn't work. Forgot the 1, huh? 1 132.225. Get that ready. So here's a, I thought I put in 1985. Well, I see what the problem is, guys. And 1985. Bob's better at this than I am. All right, that's a tower over here. Boston approach, American 123 heavy. We are passing 6,500. We're cleared for the iOS 4 ride. American 123 heavy, roger. Confirm you have information Bravo. Oh, yes, sir, I'm sorry. We have information Bravo, American 123 heavy. Roger, American 123 heavy. You are cleared the iOS 4 ride. Cleared the iOS 4 ride, American 123 heavy. All right, guys, so cleared the ILS. Put the maps up there. I can push approach. Yeah, it does. Look, capture. I'm gonna get this airspeed coming back manually. Go flaps 1. And flaps 5. Checklist. Speed brake arm. Something just kicked off, guys. What just kicked off? Was it the auto throttles? No. Was it the autopilot? No. Don't know. Coming up on path here. Go flaps 15, please. Flaps 10, rather. Flaps 10. And American 123 heavy, you can contact Boss Logan Tower, 132.225. 132.225. American 123 heavy. Boss Tower, American 123 heavies for the ILS 4 right. 123 heavy, roger. Continue. Continue, American 123 heavy. All right, guys, let's go 121.9 over here. Yes, there's something beeping. That's ground, so we're on tower and ground. We're still in path. Yes, I do hear the beeping, guys. I do hear the beeping. And we could set, we can't set this approach just yet because we still haven't captured the glide path. Spoilers should be armed. I pulled them up. Usually it said spoilers armed there, but they're armed. Yeah, we're still a ways out. Range 40, we can bring the range in. Gear down. Coming down nicely. Set here. And the we're at flaps 20. Our flaps 30 speed is 210 and 180. 210, 180. So we're pretty much good to go all the way down. Get a little slower below 180. And go all the way down to flaps 30. Before landing checklist, please. All right, what's our speed? 146, so 151. Speed brake lever armed. There we go, it's armed. All right, core landing checklist is complete. Back in here. Runway in sight.
1,000.
Stable. Autopilot is off. Gonna go for a nice grease job today. Looks like the winds are 284 at 20, slight left quartering tailwind. 280, so we got about 22 knot left cross. Stable target, sinking 7, getting a little bit low, guys. Pulling it up, center line. Transition to land. Left-hand turn off, hold short of the inboard. That's the plan. Come on, baby.
Minimum.
A little bit of right rudder.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
A little firm on in the zone. Reverse. Coming in on the brakes. 80 knots. Start coming out of reverse. Out of reverse. American 123 heavy. Turn left there and hold short at the inboard. 4 left. Left on left here. Hold short of 4 left. American 123 heavy. All right, flaps up, please. After landing checklist. Flaps are coming up nicely. Hold short of this runway out here. Let's go to the overhead. American 123 Boston ground. It cleared across 4 left. Turn left on November. Hold short of 30 with 3 left. Cleared across 4 left. Left on November. Hold short of 33 left. American 123 heavy. A little Navigraph map going here. Got this little airplane symbol selected. And American 123 heavy, you're cleared across, turn left on Alpha to the ramp. Cleared across left on Alpha to the ramp, American 123 heavy. So cleared across, it's a little bit of a left on Alpha, right? Right up in here, it's going to be a right, then a left, going to gate 22. APU started. Many thanks to Benchy, who runs our Discord. Okay, guys, if you're still with me, remember, down there, click on the me standing in front of the airplane on my retirement flight, and subscribe if you wouldn't mind. We're at 1,100 something, going to 152 million. I'm retired. It's a lot of fun. A real lot of fun. And it's great taxiing. You get to see me miss the center line a lot. I think you'll enjoy it. Now, we're humble here. Got a lot of flying time. But as far as being a sim pilot, no. And I've got one of the worst co-pilots in the system, Bob, flying with me. So between the two of us, it's dangerous. Hopefully gate 22 is open. Let's get over here on the center line before we get that guy's tail, right? See an American tail up here. Hopefully gate 22 is open. There aren't many wide body gates here at oh, you know what? I want to try something. I'm going to stop here. Parking. Select parking position. Gate B. Parking for suitables. Oh, they're all too small. All right, whatever. That was a worthless exercise, wasn't it? I wonder if there's a checklist for landing. That's shutdown. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get in here. We'll park here. We'll say this is a wide body gate. We'll get in there somehow. We're going to get in there. What's up, Mr. Truck? That nose gear at full cant there. Got the outboard engine up. Yeah, we're going to sneak in here. Nice. I wonder if GSX will be able to get the gate up here. I think this guy's at gate 22 there, guys. Who knows? Obviously not ideal. All right, brakes apart, reach to the overhead, and we go. Seatbelt sign is off. We check down here to see if the APU is running. APU is running, and then we go down to the throttle quadrant, just shut both engines down. Then my sequence is emergency lights off. They're off. Hydraulic panel. It's window heat. They're going to come off. Hydraulic panel off. Pumps. Fuel pumps are off. And beacons are off. Taxi lights are off. Checklist, please. And Bobby Boy shuts off the flight directors, both sides, auto throttles, and we go to checklist. And parking brake, they want it released, but we're gonna say that's good. Secure, IRS is off, PACs are off, APU is off. So let's go up to the overhead. Maybe they plugged in. IRS, we can turn those off. PACs we're gonna leave on for just a minute. Let's get GSX going here. They don't like on my parking. Customize airport positions. Parking. I think it's B22. Marshaller. All right. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. That's okay. We're not worried. Right, guys? What if Pushback toolbar can do it? Options. I don't think they're going to want to do it. All right, you get the idea. Got some stuff coming up here. Catering's moving up. Got the people coming off. That's it. Anyway, that was fun. It's going to be a good airplane to fly across the pond. There are some limitations, that's for sure. When we do the cross the pond, definitely some limitations. But overall, pretty good. You got to watch the VNAV on it. It'll slow you way down early. I don't know why it does that. It seems like the beginning of the descent, as soon as you start down, the speed rolls back to 250, 260 knots instead of maintaining 320. It's happened to me a few times. Let's take a look how they're doing out here. Yeah, kind of messy. All right, we get it. All right, it's Father Time out. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for taking such good care of me. Really appreciate you. Comments are welcome. Suggestions are welcome. We just have fun. That's what we do. We have a lot of fun. And we learn some things while we're doing it. All right, Father Time's out.